Days keep on going by. And it feels like they're getting by so quickly nowadays for me. It's almost like they're slipping through my hands, you know. Life is moving such a fast pace. But these videos that I do, at the end of each day, most of the time, sometimes I do these voiceovers really early mornings, but usually it's at the end of the day that I sit here and I review the thoughts of the day, or what's been happening in my mind, training, life, work, social life, all that stuff. I sit down and I do this process that you guys listen to, the product of, where I just let my mind open. I open it up, things come out. And that whole process makes me capture the day. You know, this review process that I go through, and I have been going through for the last 1,000+ days, it's helping me feel like I can catch the day before it disappears. I sit down and I review it. And I'll let the review take any format. Sometimes I'm talking about work-related things that I've experienced. Sometimes it's purely muscle origin and insertion, reciprocal inhibition, whatever else pops into my mind for the day, family, life, death. I just let it happen. And when I do this debrief, I feel like I haven't wasted the day. I feel like I have retained the day's lessons. If I didn't have this, and, you know, I look back at my lifts from 3 years ago, I think the feeling of I've let life slip by will be even more so. You know, life is going by for everybody, you know, for everybody. I don't care if you're 16 years old or 60 years old. Life is going by, you know, quickly for everybody. The perception of how quickly it is dependent on each person. But it's going. And this process helps me greatly. A lot of the times people ask me, oh, how long are you going to do this for? You know, thank you for doing this. Like, it must be so hard or whatever. This is beneficial for me as well. You know, whether there's an audience or not, the fact that I'm sitting here, letting my mind open and just let all this stuff out, I feel like I'm sitting with a counselor every single night. Every single night. It's weird, man. It's weird. Like, I've never been the type to want to talk, like, you know, about my problems or my thoughts, but my God, talking stuff out is beneficial, man. It's beneficial. And I don't know whether you guys can attest to this, but sometimes when I'm talking, the act of talking makes me connect dots that I have not connected before. It's almost like I'm learning as I'm talking. It's like, it makes no sense, man. But the brain trying to formulate these sentences together, these thoughts together, sometimes forms things that have not been formed yet, connections, synapses have happened, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh wow, I understand now. I don't know whether I'm unique like that or what's going on, but I often feel that. I often feel that power of debriefing, reviewing, trying to speak it into existence helps me understand the complexity of life. And life is very complex. You know, scientists and philosophers have always tried to put it in a neat box so we can grasp some of these ideas, but life is really just all over the shop. There's many ways to live it. There is no guideline, there's no direction, there's no manual for life. Sometimes I feel like, why isn't there a manual for life? And in recent times, probably in last few years, I feel like there is a guide, there is a book written about life, there is a direction. And direction is within us. As dorky as that sounds, man, if you truly just close your eyes and listen, feel those emotions that are coming to you and be honest with them. Don't try and just cut everything else out, all the noises out, and just be with yourself. You'll find some weird answers, man. And I always say to everybody, just follow the gut, because that gut is the feeling. I reckon that's even the God talking to you. People get angry, oh, why isn't God helping me? Why isn't God directing me? I reckon we all have it in us. But some of us live in environments, some of us are in positions in life where there's so much freaking racket. Everyone is talking to you, everyone's pulling you in all sorts of directions that you don't really have time for yourself. Think how crazy that shit is. And then you rock up to a doctor and they'll look at you, they take you maybe for 3-minute consult, because that's the nature of the world right now. Money, baby, business. I don't have time to sit down for 30 minutes. 2-minute consult, 3-minute consult. You sit down in the chair and you feel like, doc, I'm lost, I'm feeling depressed, I'm really low. Oh, that's right, matey, I'll go exactly what you need. Rips out the thing, take that piece of paper, take it to the pharmacist and they'll hook you up. Doesn't that summarize medicine in the 21st era? It's literally that. Nobody has time for anybody to such an extent that you don't even have time for yourself. Now, I meditate, and this is also another wacky word. People like, oh yeah, I'm meditating. I'm meditating while I'm... Mate, I can't explain to you how much clarity I have when I'm training. My thoughts are just zooming by. I feel at peace. There's this bad energy leaving my body. I feel like I'm so much smarter when I'm making these, when I'm doing these workouts. I'm meditating. It's almost like another state. And I'm listening to what my gut is telling me. And this is why what I do here with these trainings, I go into these trances, if you will, and I just let it take me wherever it wants to take me, man. I let these thoughts come how they want to come. I do the exercises that I want to do, the gut wants me to do. And in that process, it's therapeutic. It's not somebody else telling me, you need to feel this way. No, man. You follow your voice, I'm going to follow my voice. And I feel like a lot of us are just too busy listening to shit all the time. How about you just listen to yourself for just a quick minute? Listen to yourself. Who cares if it's not going to make money? Who cares if it's not going to make anyone else happy? Who cares if it's not the right thing to do because some other person said to another person that this is the way to go? Who cares? Who cares about progress? Just listen to yourself and you will be happy. Not everything in life has to be competition. Not everything in life needs to be about beating your neighbor. Not everything has to be about posting the bigger lift on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's not about that. I feel humanity as a whole has completely moved away from the feel and it's gone completely to the numbers world. But what does it mean in terms of the money, Ivan? But what does it mean, Ivan, you really need to sign this sponsorship because you're going to have more money? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you wearing all these brands and getting sponsored? Why aren't you doing that? It's going to make you more money. You're going to take that money and you can put it where you want. Just leave me the fuck alone, man. I'm trying to sit in my garage, listen to my soul, and you're telling me some shit about some money. I don't give a shit about your money, man. Stop messaging. I'm not going to be at your... I don't want to get sponsored by anybody, man. Do you understand? I don't want to sell your powder. I don't want to sell your t-shirt. I don't want to sell your caps, your jewelry, your watches, your shoes. I don't want to sell anything, bro. Just leave me alone. This whole existence for me is not about money. Take your money and shove it up your ass. Do you understand? But if you have 100,000, you have a big audience, we can work out a deal. My friend, if you've listened to me for more than 2 seconds, you would have realized that I'm different. I'm not in this for goddamn money. Have you noticed that all the way up until this point in this video, there is no ad? Because I want my message, I want my thoughts uninterrupted when I click back on this video in 55 years' time. When I click on today's video, I don't want some guy coming in and selling me some shit. I'm meditating when I'm listening to this video. I'm meditating when I'm speaking these words. Last thing I want is some skimpy hoe jumping around trying to sell me some shit about some shit. I'm about the soul. Most of the world out there is about some bullshit. Money, economics, because that's the key to happiness. What a fallacy. The happiness is within you, my friend. Whether you make $5 trillion or whether you make $20, the happiness is within you. How many times have I seen ED specialists, cardiologists, surgeons running through the place? They don't look all that happy to me, man. And they are earning 20 times more than me. What's up with that now, man? If money's going to make you happy, why isn't all this, every guy that's making more money, why aren't they happy, man? Why did Kurt Cobain blow his head off? Put any actor, put any celebrity, any musician, how many of them have committed that atrocity, have taken their life, and it seems like they have everything. There's something to be said about fame. There's something to be said about noise. Fame is noise. Noise, 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 noise. Everyone is talking to you. You don't have time for yourself or your soul. That is the fuel. That is everything to you. Everything. And the more bigger you get, the more attractive you get, the more voices you get, and the less time you have for yourself. Now, a smart individual is always going to make time for that voice, for the internal feedback mechanism, for that gut feeling communication. Where am I? What am I doing? What do I need to do to feel better? I don't know how many guys want to feel shit and drive a Ferrari. My friend, I will happily drive this Mazda 6 until the day I die, as long as I'm happy. But the world, from reception, year 1, year 2, year 3, all the way to 4th year university, everyone's telling you, it's about the money, man. It's about the money. I can't be the only one that thinks this, man. And I'm not the smartest man in the world. What is going on? Why are we not teaching the world a better message? Everything you need is within. You just have to give it time. You just have to listen. Appreciate all of you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.